Wix is a great website builder. I've put a dozen merchants online with Wix. It's super easy to set up, it's drag and drop, and offers lots of creative features. But in my opinion, their e-commerce solution just isn't there yet. At the end of this video, you will know why and have what I think is a better alternative solution to Wix e-commerce. And you can use this solution standalone or within your existing Wix website. All right, let's dive in. Wix e-commerce is lacking in basic features. They don't have the ability to offer gift cards at the moment, and their product options and variations section is extremely limited. If we just have a look at that section within the online store backend, you can see how limited this is with regards to adding product options or variations. But let's have a look at Ecwid's backend for the same thing. We can add unlimited options, and we have tons of different input types. You can have radio buttons, text boxes, check boxes. This is extremely important, especially if you're selling clothing online or if you want to offer customizable products which are gaining in popularity. Then if we click on the variations tab, you can see that there are so many ways that you can manage variations on products. This is especially important with products that have one SKU and a bunch of different variations, like shoes or clothing, for example. Wix e-commerce is really lacking a lot of payment methods. If we have a look at what's available, the basics are there. We have PayPal, Stripe, and Square. But if we have a look at Ecwid e-commerce's backend, you can see that there are over 50 payment gateways that are available with Ecwid. And with Ecwid, if you don't find the payment gateway that you would like to use, you can actually reach out to their team and they might develop it for you for a cost. Having access to custom development is also very important for some merchants. Another thing that's very important and is lacking in Wix e-commerce is automatic shipping calculations. Wix has very basic shipping features. Ecwid covers all of those features and much more. With Ecwid, you can choose among a variety of different shipping methods. Ecwid offers automatic shipping calculations with UPS, USPS, FedEx, and Canada Post, for example. If you've enjoyed this video so far, definitely hit the like button. The next point is a really big one. Honestly, Wix's mobile responsive site. Let me just give you a quick demonstration of what I mean. When you're in the Wix backend, you can see that you have a desktop version and a mobile version that you can edit. If you click on the mobile version, you'll be able to modify your online store. But you have to keep in mind that it's extremely important that when you make a change on the desktop version, you have to go make sure that everything's okay in your mobile version. When I've created Wix sites in the past for clients, this has been an extremely hard point for me. It's double the work to be able to make sure that your site works very well on desktop and on mobile. But you got to keep in mind that these days, over 50% of people navigate on mobile. So when you're creating your website with Wix, you have to keep your mobile site in mind. And if they don't have a good experience on mobile, they're gonna leave. Whereas Ecwid e-commerce is mobile responsive. So if you use their standalone solution, you'll have an automatically mobile responsive website. But as you can see here, I'm looking at a Wix site that I made in the size of a mobile phone, and it looks terrible. It hasn't automatically resized. Of course, if I open it on a phone, it will recognize that it's a phone. But as you can see, Ecwid does it automatically. And that's extremely important. This one's a big one if you're outside of the United States or if you need a bilingual website. Wix is not multilingual. Now, I know that they have an app that allows you to translate your site, but it has 2 stars for a reason. I live in Canada, so I've often made bilingual sites for my clients with Wix, and it has been a headache. Their app doesn't work for big websites. It works for landing pages, so you can just switch between the 2 pages. But if you have a big website with a blog, it's very complicated to have that translation app work. And that's probably one of the reasons why it has such a terrible review. I haven't tested this with the online store, but just with the website feature. Whereas with Ecwid e-commerce, if we have a look in our backend, you can translate your seller control panel to a whole bunch of different languages. You can translate your products themselves. You can change the languages in your online store. You can choose what languages you'd like to have. Everything that's written by Ecwid also automatically translates depending on the language that your client is browsing your website in. So if they're looking at your website in Chinese, for example, they will see everything that's written by Ecwid in Chinese. And of course, if you translate all your products, they'll see your entire store in that language. Any emails that are automatically sent by Ecwid are sent in their native language, depending on what language they were browsing your online store in automatically. I kind of laughed when I saw this one, honestly. I went over to the store policy section to add a store policy, and look at how small this box is. That's ridiculous. You can't even add titles or bolding or sections or bullet points. But if we go over to Ecwid, you can see that you have everything you need to make sure that you have your legal pages and policies visible and accessible in your online store. They also have a section on GDPR compliance. You can also see that you can simply add a link to your existing policies. It's just so much easier to send your customers to the right policy pages instead of having a whole bunch of different places where you manage all of these on your site. Stay tuned until the end of this video because I'm going to explain one of the reasons why I think Wix eCommerce is not up to par. All right, let's talk about some terrible user experience features in the Wix eCommerce backend. I'm kind of used to this with Wix, but here it's getting a little frustrating. There are submenus within submenus within submenus, windows and windows and windows and windows. It's really hard to keep up. In my opinion, there are just too many clicks to actually get things done in your online store. Like if we just look at this section with regards to products and inventory, it's literally the same thing. I understand the differentiation between having a catalog and an inventory because I've worked for a POS system. But in this case, it's literally the same thing on two different pages. And when you click on a product in inventory, it literally brings you to the product page. Ecwid has always been very focused on high quality user experience, and all of the merchants that I've taught Ecwid eCommerce to have been very satisfied with the user experience in this solution. Let's talk about pricing. Wix eCommerce has 3 different plans. They have a business, VIP, unlimited, and basic plan. But when you compare the plan that Wix offers versus Ecwid's plan, Ecwid offers a ton of awesome features within their business plan. It's actually my favorite plan. For my own online store, I have an Ecwid yearly business plan. So at the beginning of this video, I said that you can actually take your Ecwid store and put it into your Wix website. But why would you want to do that? Ecwid is an awesome e-commerce solution, and that's what they are strong at, and that's what they focus on. Wix is a really good website builder. So if you put the two together, you can have a very powerful e-commerce platform. I still believe that Wix is an awesome website builder. If you have no development experience, you're going to enjoy the drag and drop features of Wix. I use WordPress for my own websites, but it can be a bit complicated if you don't have any development skills at all. Wix is fun because you can just build your site the way you want it to look. You do have to be very careful of the mobile version, and if you want to translate your website, you're going to have to deal with a lot of complications. But if you just want an online store, definitely check out Ecwid eCommerce. There's a link in the description below. If you sign up through that link and get a paid plan, I'll make a commission on that sale. And that helps support this channel. I've been using Ecwid eCommerce for quite a few years now, and I've been super satisfied with their solution, as have all the merchants that I've put online using Ecwid. And you don't need a Wix eCommerce plan to do this. Most of the merchants that I put online signed up with the Wix Unlimited plan, which is $14 a month, and then took their Ecwid store and embedded it to their Wix website. They had the benefits of having a powerful e-commerce solution and a drag and drop builder within one platform. So how did this happen? What is Wix up to? That's a great question. I didn't realize it until I started doing a little bit of research. Wix is way more than a website builder. They're not only targeting bloggers, small, medium-sized businesses, individuals who have portfolio sites, they're also targeting enterprise. They're also a domain name and hosting provider, a logo maker, an e-commerce solution, a payment processor, a scheduling system, a membership management platform, an email marketing system, a CRM, a POS system, and a hardware provider. Wix's business model has completely evolved since I started using this solution. Let's keep in mind that there are individual businesses that offer these solutions. Just offering a POS system alone is a huge endeavor. Offering all of this doesn't necessarily make them the best at everything. If there was actually a business that went to Wix for all of these services, I'd be kind of afraid for them because that's like putting all of your eggs in one basket. And their ads. Check out this video to see what I think about the Wix eCommerce ads. So all in all, I still think that Wix is an awesome website builder and is great for certain people. But if you want to use a powerful e-commerce solution, you might want to consider Ecwid eCommerce. I have a full webinar right here where I show what Ecwid is and how to set it up. Check it out if you'd like to learn more. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to this channel. It's all about e-commerce for small and medium-sized businesses.